I've gotten a lot of questions about how to polish metal, so I'm going to try to do this in real time for you guys. What I have here is just a nickel. It's been domed out with a carriage bolt, and it's been soldered to a nail. You can't really see the detail through the camera, but I haven't done anything other than hammer it on the carriage bolt. You can kind of see that Monticello right there. I'm going to chuck that into my 8-inch drill press, lay it on its side. And just behind here I have a cup of water. This is my dedicated polishing cup. Don't bring it back into the house or your wife will be upset. I'm going to start off with 100 grit sandpaper. This is just common 100 grit sandpaper you get from the store. I'll fold it in half and I'll dip it into the water. The water helps to keep the sandpaper from getting clogged, and it also helps keep the coin cool. I'm going to move on to 400 grit. This is something you can buy at AutoZone, Pet Boys. I like to pick it up at the automotive section in Walmart. Then move on to 1000 grit. And then finally 2000. And that's as far as grit goes. And then once the polishing, once the sandpaper is done, I'll take just a cloth right here, just a regular old towel, and some of this G3 polishing compound I got from the automotive store as well. So let's see how long this takes in real time. Turn it on. This drill press is turning at 32 RPMs per minute. Wet my sandpaper, and I'll just scrub it along. You can see the nickel starting to wear onto the paper. And you don't want to breathe this dust, so that's also a plus when you keep it wet. And I can already start to feel it getting hot. Don't burn yourself. So just keep it wet, you'll be fine. Also, as you're polishing a piece like this on a drill press, you want to be careful that you don't polish it so much or sand it down so much that you sharpen up the edges. These edges right here can get very sharp if you don't pay attention. So if you're going that far down, just make sure you sand it like this too. Okay. Now the 100 grit sandpaper is just about done. I'm not feeling any rough spots, at least while it's spinning. So I'll turn it off and I'll show it to you guys. You can already see the detail is mostly gone. We're going to move on to the 400. Same thing, fold it in half, put it in your water to help keep it clean. Now you could also do this by hand. It would take a little bit longer, but it's not impossible. You can see a little bit of the nickel rubbing off onto the paper. And I'll keep on doing this until when I turn it off, I'll take a look, I'll rub it off to see whether or not I still have lines from the 100 grit. If I do, I'll keep on going with the 400. If I don't, then I'll move on to the 1000. Doesn't take very long. I'll shut that off, give you guys a look, wipe it off in the towel real quick. You can see it's even more shiny. Now eventually you'll be able to see the reflection of the camera, or even my ugly mug, through this piece that we're polishing. Moving on to 1000. And this sandpaper, I think for each pack I paid about $3, between $3 and $4. And it comes with like 5 sheets or 4 sheets or something like that in each pack. And you can use them for a while. Okay, so I'm starting to feel on the coin, it's starting to feel pretty evenly. Each grit of sandpaper gives a distinct feel after the coin's been polished to that grit. And that's just something that takes practice. So I'll shut that off. You can see it's even getting shinier. Now we're going to go to our final grit, which is 2000. I know it's kind of boring, but polishing is boring. But it's worth it when you give somebody something shiny and they smile. Alright, we'll shut that off. Give you guys a look. Now it's pretty shiny. Alright, you can almost see me. You can see my silhouette in the background. Now once we do the polishing compound, then that will really put the shine on it. And this is just regular automotive compound. You can buy it at any auto goods store. You see it right there. You want to get on there slowly or else you'll whip all the compound off and it'll start flying everywhere. Just slowly push it into the towel. And also be careful that you don't have any sharp edges, or that you don't suck the towel into your drill press. Otherwise you can hurt your hand. And you can see the blackness from the nickel. That's really it just being polished. Alright, that's about it. We'll shut it off. Take it out of the drill press. Now you can see it's pretty shiny. I mean, this is up close, and this camera I'm using, you can see it's a flip if you look in the detail. But that's it. If you want, you can drill a hole in it, hang it for a pendant, or use your new polishing skills for something a little more elaborate. Thanks for watching.